Welcome to episode 15 of the Crochet with Kaye podcast. I post every Monday and talk about all things crochet, yarn, and more. My name is Kahila or Kaye. You can find me on Instagram at KAHILAHHH for any yarn projects, channel updates, and anything dealing with yarn. Now, let's get into it. Oh my gosh, I am so excited for this episode because I have lots of questions. I have lots of updates. So let's just get right into the update section, which is smaller than normal. Hallelujah, because my updates have been so long. Oh my gosh. But I swear it's going to be short today. The updates, not the podcast episode. I don't know. It might be shorter. I don't know. Anyway. Okay, so updates. Let's get right into it. I finished my first knit sweater. Oh my gosh, talking about my sweater. I need to get it. I knew there was something I had to do before I sat down. I'll be right back. Okay, what was I saying? Oh yeah, all right, so I finished my first knit sweater. I mean, if you guys follow me on Instagram, you will know that I finished my first knit sweater in a week and 6 days. A week and 6 days. You guys, I learned how to knit a month ago. Okay, a month ago. And I finished my first sweater. It was so easy. I will talk about it. Do I talk about it later? Yeah, I'll talk about it later when I actually show you guys and yeah. Anyway, a week and 6 days. So great. I'm still working on my October sweater, you know, the solid October sweater that I told you guys about. Still working on that. I wanted to focus all my attention for the first few weeks of the month on my knit sweater. So now that I'm done with that, I can now focus on just the October sweater. And I'm liking the one knit project and one crochet project for the month because it's just so relaxing. I don't have to stress about anything, and it's just so great because I can finish a sweater like the beginning half of the month, and then the other half of the month I can finish another sweater, and boom, right? Yes, I can take my time. And the last update. Oh, by the way, I will be talking about my October sweater later, showing you guys my progress and stuff. So now, last update. I'm so excited for October. Oh my gosh, October is going to be such a great month. First of all, I'm starting on a new sweater in October, like a new knit sweater. It's going to be the Novice Sweater Chunky Edition by Petite Knit. I already have my yarn for it. I'll show you guys my yarn later. Yes, I do show you guys my yarn later for it. And I literally had the yarn already for it. I just kept forgetting to include it in my podcast episode, so now here we are. But yeah, I'm so excited for that one. Oh my, that's gonna be the sweater that I actually want to wear. So yeah. Anyway, I'll show you guys the yarn for that. So I'm gonna be doing a Novice Sweater Chunky Edition Petite Knit. That's gonna be my knit project, and then my crochet project will be the October Crochet Along sweater. I'll be talking a lot about that later for the people who don't know about the CAL, and for the people who know about it, want to participate and just want to know a little more about it. So yeah, those are all of the updates. So now let's get into these segments. Okay. First of all, the first segment, it's not anything that I've talked about before. I just have some questions, okay? So I dedicated an entire segment just for these questions I have for you guys. Okay. It is titled Knitting Sleeves. So I was just scrolling on Instagram, like I always do. And I've noticed ever since I started knitting, I've noticed people talking about Sleeve Island, something called Sleeve Island. Apparently, when people get to their sleeves, they want to drop their project. They hate doing sleeves. Sleeves makes them want to stop knitting their project. And I do not understand why. My main question, why is everyone terrified of sleeves? Please, now that I finished my first sweater, I would really love to know why people are terrified of sleeves. I keep getting questions about my knitting, people saying, oh my gosh, how did the sleeves go for you? I'm terrified of the sleeves. What did sleeves do to you guys? Please tell me, because when I got to my sleeves, I couldn't wait to finish my project. Like, it gave me this boost of like, oh my gosh, I'm almost done. The finish line is literally right there. And I like zoomed through my sleeves. Like, I finished a sleeve in a day, like in half a day. And it was just so great. So since I had such a great experience, I would love to know what it is with sleeves and knitting. Like, why? If anything, I would have body island. If that's a thing, like the body would be the thing that makes me not want to finish my sweater, because it's such a huge part of the sweater and it takes forever. But I love the entire process. Oh my gosh. But if anything, the sleeves would motivate me and a body would be the one to like put me off, because I have to do so much. Like, I don't understand. Do I have any other questions? I don't have any other questions about it, but yeah, I would just love to know. So please tell me, please let me know, please explain, because I think I kind of get the gist of Sleeve Island, but at the same time, I really do not understand. But yeah, ever since I finished my sweater, I've been getting lots of like DMs and stuff about like the sleeves, how to sleeves. I was just like, wait, huh? What is going on here? I am confused. Okay, so please tell me what the sleeves, like, what did the sleeves do to you guys? I would love to know. Okay, that's all I have about sleeves. Let's go to the next segment, which is a yarn haul. Okay, I'm so excited for this, you guys. All right, so as you guys know, I'm into hand-dyed yarn, of course, all yada yada. So Explorer Knits, she was having her little drop, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I need to get this yarn. And I got it. So here we go. Did I show you guys this yarn before? First of all, let me see if I've shown you guys this yarn before. Okay, great. All right. So this is hold on, come on, let's all be straight here. This is the yarn. Let's thumbnail. Oh yeah, okay. Here is the yarn that I got. I was like, I really want like a variegated, like, I don't know I forgot exactly what I was looking for, but when I saw this, I just knew that this was the yarn for me. So it's called Don't Be Jelly. It is 80% superwash merino and 20% nylon, 400 yards, 100 grams. And it's from Explorer Knits. This is her logo right here. Beautiful. So just like, look at this beautiful yarn. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So beautiful. So beautiful. So beautiful. And as you guys know, when I get hand-dyed yarn, I usually always get sweater quantity, because I will always be knitting sweaters, and I get these hand-dyed yarn for my knitting. I don't get hand-dyed yarn for crocheting because it's just going to take a lot of yarn for the size that I usually make. Like, I'll have to get a lot of yarn, and I don't feel like doing that. But I just love my oversized sweaters. So for now, I'm not going to be crocheting. I mean, I have like 2 sweater quantities of hand-dyed yarn that I'm going to be using to crochet. But other than that, I'm just going to knit with my hand-dyed yarns. And then we'll see if I change my mind later on about crocheting with them, because I do want to crochet with more hand-dyed yarn, but yeah, we'll just see. We'll see if I just say, okay, it doesn't have to be that oversized, and I can just try to create one that's like normal size. Because Malika, Mr. Bovin, she did create a sweater using hand-dyed yarn, and I think she used a sweater quantity for like a knit sweater. So, and she crocheted it. So I might just use that pattern and create my sweaters. I don't know. We shall see. But for now, I'm going to be knitting with these yarns. Oh, plus, I just love seeing knit sweaters. Oh my gosh. So that's the hand-dyed yarn that I got this week. Oh my gosh. You guys, next episode, I should have like a huge yarn haul. Like, all of the yarn that I got from Sorella. So I ordered yarn in, I believe it was the beginning of August. It was like her Taylor Swift collection that she dropped. This, oh my gosh, the yarn for that collection. Oh my gosh, I got 2 different yarns from that collection. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. I am so excited. So it shipped. It should be here by, oh my gosh, what's tomorrow? Oh my gosh. It should be here by like tomorrow and Tuesday. Excuse me. And then I also got like more yarn from her fall drop, which, oh my gosh, I'm probably gonna be showing you guys a lot of yarn from her fall drop because I need to get more yarn from her drop because that yarn is beautiful. But I have more yarn, so that's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, 4 of those. And then I'll show you the other stuff that I got from her as well. You guys, I'm so excited for that. Oh my gosh. So it's gonna be, yeah, hopefully it all comes by like tomorrow and Tuesday or just this week in general so that by the time I film for next Monday's episode, I can just have it all in that video. That's gonna be exciting. And then I have more yarn from Explorer Knits that should be coming in the next couple of weeks. That's a good thing about hand-dyed yarn. Like, it takes its time, and I'm just like, I have time to figure out what I want to do with the other yarn that I get. But so by the time I get the new yarn, I can place that and be like, okay, I can do this one. Anyway, yeah, so lots of yarn coming. Lots of yarn coming. Yeah. Oh, and then I have Teeny Buttons yarn that I got that will be coming. Oh, okay. It's a lot of yarn. Anyway. More yarn. I have more yarn. So let me show you guys the yarn that I am using for the novice sweater. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Alright, so first we have the mohair, which is this mohair right here. Look at that. Look at the different color blues. Oh my gosh. Beautiful. Are you kidding me? And this is Drops Kid Silk mohair, and it's called Long Print. I don't know, I just saw the different colors and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to get this like now. And just like all the other mohairs, it is, excuse me, 75% mohair, 25% silk. It is 210 meters, 230 yards, and 25 grams. And yeah, so I'm gonna be using this mohair with it. And I have, oh my gosh, so I have enough yarn to do an extra large in this if I want to, but I want to do a large, so I still have way more than enough for a large for this sweater, so I'm very excited for this. Anyway, this is the yarn that I'll be using, the main yarn for this sweater. So you guys, you know I love to mix my colors. Okay, so here we are with this and this. Okay. Oh my gosh. These together. Oh, oh, this is going to be such a beautiful combination. I already know. Oh my gosh, you guys. So this is Drops Big Delight print. I've never used this yarn before. I just needed yarn because she uses like chunky yarn. And I was just like, I need chunky yarn. But this yarn is an Aran weight, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's an Aran weight, and I needed like a bulky weight, so I'm going to be double stranding these as well as this with it. So I'm going to be working with 3 strands, which I've never done before, but yeah, so it needs to be chunky. So I'm going to be, I have like 10 of these, and I have 6 of these, and yeah. So double stranding these together, it's going to be so much fun. Oh my gosh. All right, so this yarn is 100% wool. It's very nice. It has lighter colors of the purple, darker colors of the purple. I'll show you guys in just a second. So this is, the weight is 100 grams. It is 190 meters, 208 yards, 100% wool. You can use a 5mm hook / needle with this, and yeah, I think that's it. The color is 18. So just look at the different colors. Like we have the lighter side right here, and then like the inside has like darker colors, and then it has like the colors in between, like the light and the dark. Like we have these colors right here. Oh, I'm so excited to not unravel, but like just to work with it. I'm so excited to double strand these and see like how thick it is. Oh, that's gonna be so much fun. I've never done this before. Like whenever I like work with 2 strands, it's usually like a worsted weight and then a lace weight, which is the mohair. It's never like, oh, 2 strands of the same yarn plus another one. Huh? So yeah, that's gonna be great. It's gonna be fun. So again, this is the yarn for my novice sweater, which is gonna be my October knit sweater. So when October hits, I don't know, I'm thinking I will start on my October sweater first because that's for the crochet along that I'm doing with everyone. And I want to get a lot done with my crochet sweater first. So this, I might like start this, like do the collar or something and start it that way and then continue with my crochet. I don't know. I'll figure that out once I start planning for October, which I can do in next week's episode. So yeah, I'll probably plan for October in next week's episode with you guys, just so, because I like talking about my plans out loud. It helps me just imagine everything that's going on. So that is all of the yarn that I got this week. Well, I already had the novice sweater yarn. I just forgot to show you guys. So, but let's just say that's all of the yarn. Well, that's all the yarn I have to show you guys this week. Now let's move on to whips. All right, the first whip. I want to show you guys my knit sweater that I finished. Here it is. You guys, this is so crazy. My first ever knit sweater. Such a success. So if you guys don't know, I've been saying this entire podcast, I learned how to knit a month ago, and I was like, I'm ready to tackle a sweater. So I have a bunch of petite knit patterns, and I decided to do one of her easy patterns, which is the Louisiana sweater. It's a 1 out of 5 or something difficulty. So Louisiana sweater by Petite Knit, and it's a raglan sweater. Nice, beautiful, collar. And yeah, I love mixing my colors, so I was like, you know what? Started off with the blue, and I was just like, let me add some green in there. So I added some green, and I did mess up on this part of the sweater right here because I started knitting it the wrong way. So the wrong side started appearing, and then I realized it, and I was like, oh my gosh. But I wasn't going to frog it because I don't like with my knit stuff, I realized I don't like frogging because then it will just make me want to start all over. So I just went with it. I was just like, well, I guess I'll just have a mistake here. And I just continued the rest of it with the right side. So yeah, that's literally the only mistake that I have on there. I am not going to be wearing this just because it's my first knit sweater. I just want it here as a, hey, this is my first knit sweater. Yeah, knitted this in a week in 6 days. Like, I thought it would take me the entire month to knit this sweater. And then as I continued knitting, I was just like, I'm going to get this done in like a week. Like what is happening? And I didn't even knit this all day, all whatever. Like I was doing other things. I was crocheting at the same time. And I was just like, wait a minute. I can get this done quickly. And yeah, so I got it done quickly. I used 7mm needles. So I was supposed to use 8mm and 9mm needles for this, but I didn't have 9mm in my short circulars. Something, I forgot. You guys, I have the video for it. I need to edit it, but it'll be coming out sometime this week. So I explained everything in there. I don't really remember it right now. But yeah, so I used 7mm for the entire sweater, and it came out like a size small on me. which is fine. I didn't care to like wear it anyway. I just wanted to know I can knit a sweater, okay? And now that I know I can knit a sweater, I can knit a raglan, okay? I like raglan. Raglan is not hard at all. Literally, raglan is just a stitch and you increase before and after. Like, people were telling me that it was going to be really hard. And everyone's like, you did a raglan as your first sweater? I was like, is raglan hard? Because it's not hard or complicated at all. Like, at all. So, I don't know. I just enjoyed this so much and I cannot believe I made this. Like, this is a knitted sweater. Like, literally 2 months ago, I would not have predicted that I would have been knitting. Like, if you guys see my earlier podcast, you would hear me going on rants about knitting and how, like, it doesn't seem that interesting and how I want to learn how to knit, but it won't be anytime soon. And boom, here I am with knitter in my Instagram bio now because I'm a knitter. What? That's just so insane to me. Wow. It's just the growth. I love it. Okay. I love it so much. So now that I have tackled my first sweater, I'm so excited for my novice sweater. That's the one that I really, really want to wear. So I'm going to make sure I don't have any mistakes in that one. Like mistakes that are like super noticeable. If I have little mistakes here and there, I don't care. Okay. Like if I don't sew the collar on or like do the collar correctly, but it still looks good, that's not a mistake to me. It's great. So yeah, this is a sweater, guys. So great. So great. Now my next whip is my solid October sweater. I'm trying to get this done by the 24th, which is like in like 4 days. Like 4 days. So we shall see. That was like my first deadline, but knitting took up a lot of my time. So I might just push this to the end of the month, which is totally fine. I just want it out before October. That's like the second deadline. I can push it to there. So, all right, my next whip is my solid October sweater, and I finished the first sleeve yesterday. Hallelujah. I was like, I need to finish this sleeve. I've been on it for too long. So here's the first sleeve. Look at those colors together. Oh my gosh. Like, so the colors are these two together. These two make up this. And this is Knitting for Olive Soft Silk Mohair, and this is Knitting for Olive Heavy Merino. So yeah, I am trying to finish this. This is going to be a V-neck, October V-neck. So I want, like I said, I want to finish this by the 24th. I finished this sleeve and I'm starting on the next one. I have, come on guys. I have this much done of the next one. This is the ribbing for the sleeve. And yeah, so like I said, I want to limit myself to 2 whips a month. It's like 2 sweater. Okay, at least for my big projects, I want to just have 2 large whips. 2 large whips, because I used to have like 4 large whips and it would like take all of me to like finish it in that month, which was a lot. So I want to do, like I said, 1 knit sweater, 1 crochet sweater, because I'm just going to be making sweaters for both crafts. And if I end up knitting like a little sock here, a little scarf here, that's fine. I can do that. That's like a small whip, but like for big whips, I'm limiting it to 1 per craft. 1 big whip per craft. So yeah, those are my whips. Alrighty, next I want to talk about the October crochet along, since I've been, why did I do that to my ear? Since I've been talking about it, I want to like just give more details. I mean, the same details I've been giving, but like I want to say it again for those who still want to participate and for those who like have no idea what I'm talking about. And I'm going to mention it again in the next episode, because like that's the last day of September and the crochet along will be coming up. Okay. I'm so excited. And I'll show you guys my yarn again that I'm using for it in the next podcast episode. All right, so the October crochet along, I am hosting it with my sister Kaye. It's her pattern that we're using, and yeah, I was just going live like I usually do, and then someone suggested I do a crochet along, and I was just like trying to figure out what it was, and then all of this happened. And so now this crochet along will be happening from October 1st and it will end on November 1st, so an entire month. To get this done, we'll be crocheting the Rusty High Neck Sweater by Kaye, and it's on our website, copydolls.com. It's the Rusty High Neck sweater, and you guys can use any yarn that you want because this pattern is measurement based. So if you don't use fingering weight yarn, you'll just have to figure out like how much yarn you'll need for if you use like a worsted, an Aran, any other weight besides fingering, because I don't know how much yarn you'll need if you don't use fingering weight yarn. So yeah, in the pattern, she tells you how much yarn she used for the sweater, so you'll be able to know how much yarn you'll need to get. I'm so excited. But I was originally going to use the same yarn, the same colors for the crochet along that she used, but then, like I said before, I noticed I had some hand-dyed yarn that I could use, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm using that. So it's gonna be very fun seeing everyone else's creation as well. So Rusty High Neck, you guys can update everyone on your progress in my Discord or in Kalila's Discord. My link is down below for my Discord. I have a current whips section that you can update in, and I also have a crochet along section that you can update in that one as well, so everyone can see your progress. I'll be updating it in my Discord so everyone can see. And if you have Instagram, you can also update on your Instagram if you want. Post it on your stories and tag us, or post it on your feed. If you post it on your feed, make sure to include the hashtags Rusty High Neck, Kaye, and Crochet with Kaye so that we can easily like see it, and just tag us as well if you want to tag us. But yeah, we created those hashtags so that you guys can just see everyone else's creation as well. That's why I have a Discord section as well, so if you don't have Instagram and you can't see people's updates, or if you don't want to post on Instagram, you can post it in a Discord and we can just have so much fun. And I'm so excited, and I'll be doing my regular live streams, and I'll just be working on the Rusty High Neck, which is so exciting. So yes, anything else? No, I don't have anything else. So that's the crochet along. Hope you guys participate. If you don't participate, it's okay. I am working out some things with doing another crochet along. If you guys want me to do another crochet along, I don't know, just let me know. And yeah, so I'm just figuring things out with that as well. Yeah, it would be great if you can participate. So that's it. All right, now, we have made it to the end of this episode. The crochet slash, it used to be crochet and Q&A. Now it's going to be crochet slash knit and Q&A, because sometimes I knit during these Q&As and sometimes I crochet during these Q&As. So we are at the Q&A section, the end of this. It's not the end yet, but it's the ending. Anyway, let me get out my whip, my October sweater. All right, crochet and Q&A. Let's get it. First question, what circular needles did you use and how long are they? Have you used magic loop? Ooh, I love questions and questions. All right, first, what circular needles did I use? I'm guessing they're asking about like the project that I just finished. So I use Knit Picks circular needles. They're I'm not sure exactly what they're called. Let me just... I have my Knit Picks needle holder bag thingy with all of my needles that I use. So I used, these are my needles. Oh, look, they look so good. In these pouches I have like my, I guess I can just show you guys. I have my little cables in here. Cables right here. Can you guys even see them? They're black, so they blend in. I have my cables in here in one section, and then there's like another section where I have more cables and my shorties. So I just dropped needles. All right, so yeah, I have my cables in here. I think I have my 32, 40, and even my 24s in here. I'm not sure. Then I have all of my needles right here that I use. And then in this pouch, I have more cables. I have my fixed circulars, my 7mm fixed circulars in here. And then I have more shorties in here, different sizes. And then like, I think my two 24-inch cables. Yeah. This pouch is great. This whole thing is great. And then on the other side, since my needles didn't come with, since my like aluminum, I think these are aluminum, needles didn't come with 7mm, I got 7mm. And these are all, besides the fixed ones that I showed, these are all interchangeable needles. And then I have these needles right here, 7mm. They're like the wood ones that have like a coating over it. So these are the ones that I use. The fixed ones that I showed you guys, I use those for like the collar and the cuff and stuff. And then I use these for the body. And they're Knit Picks needles. So yeah. And what was the other question? How long are they? I used 16, 24, and 32-inch cables for my project because the pattern called for all of them. And have I used Magic Loop? No, I did not use Magic Loop. I have not used Magic Loop because Magic Loop is annoying. I'm just gonna be honest. Magic Loop is so annoying and so complicated. Like, I watched so many videos, tried so many different ways, and it just annoyed me so much. So I just decided to not use it, and that's why I have my little shorties, because I'm able to do the same thing Magic Loop does, just on short cables, like shorter cables, like 16-inch cables. I think they're 16 inches. Yeah, so I'd rather use the shorties and then just knit my stitches onto a longer cable when needed instead of doing a Magic Loop, because I do not have the patience for Magic Loop. Maybe one day I will end up sitting down and really learning how to do the Magic Loop, but for now, I'm just glad I have my shorties, so I'm good. Next question, do you wear your finished products out? I get scared people will make fun of me. I do wear my finished products out because I worked hard on this. I do not care what people think, and that's about it. I worked hard on this. I'm gonna wear my, like, if I want to wear it out, I'm gonna wear it out. Like, I've worn so many of my sweaters out, and people usually compliment and not make fun of, and it's a stranger. I do not care what a stranger thinks about my creation. Definitely not a stranger. I don't even care what people I know. I don't care what they think. I'm definitely not caring about what a stranger thinks. But yeah, I would say don't worry about other people. Don't worry about what they're thinking. Like, you have this talent to create something. If they have the audacity to make fun of it, then they're just miserable. And we don't worry about miserable people here. So wear your stuff out and don't worry about what anyone else is thinking. Don't focus on what the negative people will think and just focus on the positive. Like, focus on like, oh my gosh, someone could compliment me for this instead of someone can make fun of me for this. So I think if you think more positively about it, it'll give you more confidence. I'm not saying it will, I'm saying that it's a suggestion, you know, because I don't know for sure if that'll work for you, but it could. All right, next question. What's your next knit sweater going to be? Well, this was already answered earlier, but it's going to be the novice sweat. Have I been counting? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 16. Okay. Yeah, I already answered it earlier. It's going to be the Novice Sweater Chunky Edition by Petite Knit. I'm so excited, like I said, to knit that sweater. Oh my gosh. And I'm starting it in October because I was going to start it at the end of this month, but yeah, I'm probably going to use up all the rest of the month to finish this sweater. Yeah, this sweater. All right, what part of the sweater was hardest for you? Honestly, the entire sweater was easy. Like, I don't think there was one part of a sweater that was harder than the other. Like, of course, some parts took more time than others, but it wasn't hard. It just took more time than others. Like, I could say the raglan part was hard just because, like, I had to really think about it at first and think about it. But it wasn't hard. It just took more thinking than, like, a regular just stockinette, you know? I don't know. It wasn't hard at all. Like, I'm literally trying to think of, like, if one part was hard, but nothing was hard at all. And it was my first sweater. Like, the pattern is just so well written. I didn't have questions, really. Yeah. No part of it was hard. It was pretty easy, if I do say so myself. Next question. I want to knit but don't know where to start. What's the best yarn and needles to use? Whenever people ask questions like that, I don't really know how to answer it because it just all depends on you and your skill level and honestly your confidence in your skills, because people would say, oh, use chunky yarn, use light yarn, like light colored yarn that you can see, use bigger needles because it would be easier to catch on. But I use like smaller needles, small yarn, and learn perfectly fine. So I don't know, man. I guess you can do the chunky needles, chunky yarn, if it makes it easier. Light colored yarn, because it it does make it easier for some people. So I'll just say chunky needles, chunky yarn, light colored yarn. But I learned with thinner needles, thin yarn, and normal colored yarn. I don't know. It wasn't super light, it wasn't super dark. So it just depends on you, in all honesty. Next question. What are you thinking for your next knitting project? So excited to see your growth as a knitter. Thank you. It's definitely going to be a sweater. Like I said, the novice sweater. And yeah. A lot of people want to know my next knit project. This is so exciting. Oh my gosh. Because you guys are interested in seeing my growth as a knitter. Oh, I'm so excited for that. All right, we have 2 more questions. I'm planning on knitting a scarf for my father because he told me he wanted one a long time ago. I want it to be good quality, but also very easy to take care of. What yarn would you recommend? It's for his birthday, by the way. Good quality, but easy to take care of. I would say wool. Wool is great quality and easy to take care of because all you have to do is just like put it in some water, like just blocking it, and it'll be great. So I would say wool. So look at different brands of wool, see what you like. And I've never made a scarf before, so I don't really know, but I know wool is great quality and easy to take care of. In my opinion, it's easy to take care of. So that's what I would recommend. All right, last question. How was your experience knitting a sweater top down? I'm scared. When I tell you, that was literally the easiest thing ever, because a lot of people were saying like it's a little challenging. I went into it like, okay, I'm ready to see what's challenging about it. And then when I started doing it, I was just like, where's the challenge? Where's the challenge? There was There was no challenge. It was not challenging at all. It's just like, and I don't even care to knit flat. So I was like, I was ready to knit top down. I'm like, okay, let's get it. Cause knitting flat is just like, I don't know. It's so boring to me, honestly. I mean, I will end up knitting flat eventually because I have a bunch of sweater patterns knitting flat, and there are a bunch of other people like who I want to support and buy their patterns, and they knit flat. So I'm definitely gonna knit some flat sweaters. I don't know how to, I don't know what to call it, but I love top down. I just love the fact that I can knit an entire sweater without like sewing anything together. Like, I created this in one piece, like separating for sleeves. Oh my gosh, I thought that would be challenging. That is so much fun. Oh, it's so much fun. It's so great. Like, it's just a great time, a great experience, and it's trust me, it's not scary at all. Don't go into it thinking that it's scary and hard. Just go into it thinking that you're going to love it. It's going to be great, and it will change your whole perspective and your whole experience with it. It did for me, at least, and it was just so great. So I highly recommend top down. Because I remember, oh my gosh, before I started knitting, I would watch Friday Knits, and she like literally only loves knitting top down, and she doesn't like knitting bottom up or like flat. And I was just like, why? Like, why is there preference? Like, does it matter now that I'm knitting? Okay, there's a preference, and my preference is top down. So excited. So yeah, I would say it's great. Don't be scared. It's really great, really easy. And yeah, that is it for the questions. Oh, shoot. That's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. I'm so excited to continue my journey with knitting. Like, it's a whole new chapter in my life, so this is very exciting. And thank you guys for being here and supporting me during my journey. I cannot wait for the growth, like I always say. So again, thank you so much for sitting here with me, listening to me rant all about yarn and everything else that I want to rant about. Be sure to give this video a big thumbs up because it really helps out my channel. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell because it will notify you whenever I post another video. And I'll see you guys in my next episode.